Michael Saylor just bought 592 Bitcoin, which is interesting. We could say interesting, I guess. A lot of people were expecting him to buy a lot more. It's pretty interesting how this, dare I say, we'll use the word interesting again. This man has been buying, billions of Bitcoin at prices above 100K. But now that we're at literally $64,000, he's buying, tiny amounts. Like, this guy bought about $40 million worth of Bitcoin. It shows a couple things. One, it shows that maybe he's not able to raise as much money anymore, which is understandable. I mean, a lot of people are actually selling Bitcoin now, so I'm sure it's probably difficult for Saylor to raise that much money. I don't know. I'm not exactly entirely too sure on how his whole business works with strategy and all the other companies he has that kind of funds strategy, nor do I really think it's that relevant, but this is his 100th Bitcoin buy, which is pretty cool, right? 100 times he's now bought Bitcoin publicly for strategy, which is pretty interesting to see. But again, guys, I don't know. When I see that the price of Bitcoin is at $64,000 and I'm seeing Saylor is only buying, $40 million worth, I'm thinking, okay, there's a problem here, right? Like, realistically, you'd want to double down and buy, billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin at these prices, right? Just because the potential gain here. But again, maybe there's a reason for this. I don't know. But when I do find out, I will report on it. But let's talk about Bitcoin and a couple other things, guys. Welcome back to the Bitcoin to 1 million channel. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe down below. Without further ado, let's get into today's Bitcoin update. So Bitcoin is at $64,000, guys. We're down about 4.5% today. A couple charts showed that Bitcoin, we actually hit 63, which, great. We're in the bear market. This is what it is, right? In the past month, guys, Bitcoin is down 27%. In the past week here, guys, Bitcoin is down 5.5%. And in the past year, guys, Bitcoin is down 32%. Okay, it's actually crazy to think that literally in October, right, like quite literally a couple months ago, we were at $125,000, right? We're down almost 50% from all-time highs, which is pretty freaking brutal to see. Okay, now other than that, guys, for some other things, first off, guys, I want to go over this because it's very important. Every cycle looks the same. Price drops, people panic, timelines fill with crypto is dead. Meanwhile, the ones who understand cycles are buying Bitcoin and oversold assets quietly, and yes, we're closer to the bottom than most people realize. Now, I don't know if we're closer to the bottom in terms of timelines, but in terms of price, maybe, right? Another thing I will say is, guys, crypto is dead right now, in the sense that there is no one that really cares about crypto. Fear and greed is at a all-time low. We're at extreme fear. I think 5 is the number right now. And not only that, guys, I do agree. Right now is the time to be buying Bitcoin and other assets, oversold assets, very quietly, right? A lot of assets are just not going to come back, right? But stuff like ETH, Solana, etc., those might be pretty decent buys. But right now the focus is Bitcoin. I'm definitely going to be accumulating more Bitcoin if we get into the 50s. Okay, now the last time Bitcoin closed red for 5 months straight, momentum flipped hard to the upside. Now this is a pretty interesting chart here, guys. And what I do want to show you guys is it's true, right? The last time we saw 6 months of red, 6 months of red, we saw 5 months of green, right? I believe, where is it? Here as well. I mean, we saw 4 months, and then we saw massive upside to the greens, right? Now, the thing I will say about this is historically, right, we're supposed to see bullish October, November, and December, right? The only time that didn't happen was in 2018, right? At least October is usually always bullish. Only up October is the term that we use here, but that didn't happen last year, right? So is this going to continue to happen? Are we going to see months of green ahead? I don't know. But what I do know is, regardless, you can take a look at history, and they say history often does rhyme, but there's sometimes that it doesn't, okay? Now, some news from Abu Dhabi. I did make a video about this recently. It did terrible, actually, don't know why, but the Abu Dhabi Investment Council, which, by the way, Abu Dhabi, a city in the UAE, Dubai, boom. A lot of people don't really know. They think Dubai is a country, but hey, it's okay. Geography isn't everyone's strong suit, okay? Now, Bitcoin is a store of value similar to gold. They also say that Bitcoin will play increasingly important role alongside gold, and we expect to hold them as part of our near and long-term strategy. Now, listen, when the Habibis are saying this, guys, the people that have literal oil money, you kind of have to shut up and listen, okay? That's just what it is, okay? Now, this is pretty funny. Trump signs executive order, zero capital gains tax on Bitcoin this year, because there are no gains. Obviously, guys, this is a joke, but yeah, I wanted to share this with you guys. Thought it was kind of funny. Something to take the edge off, you know? Now, last week, there was a couple different things that happened. First off, guys, ABTC increased holdings to 6,000 plus Bitcoin, which is American Bitcoin, Trump's family. Raoul Pal says fair value is 160K, calling Bitcoin a 58% discount, which is pretty interesting. Abu Dhabi's Mubadala disclosed a $630 million in BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF, and Arizona's strategic Bitcoin reserve bill passed the finance committee. Okay, so overall pretty bullish, nothing too crazy, guys, but hey, there's some things that are slowly brick by brick building up Bitcoin's, I guess, legitimacy. Okay. Now, finally, guys, if it's not going to zero, it's going to a million. The famous words from Michael Saylor himself. And again, guys, this whole channel is predicated on Bitcoin hitting $1 million. It's where I post. I try to do daily, right? I don't always do daily, but I try to do daily videos on Bitcoin's updates. So if you guys want to know more about Bitcoin and why it's going to go to $1 million, make sure you guys subscribe down below. But guys, that is it for today. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.